Because you shit on Bernie. And I know the truth. You think I'm gonna let you shit on Bernie and then come get me? I'm the next king? F you.
If I die all of a sudden, they will be penniless. I don't want nobody to enjoy shit.
Love it. You love it? You think you might use that at some point?
No.
You have good sense, yeah.
Thank you. Why you look good, man?
You look fantastic as well.
Thank you.
The passing of Bernie Mac has stirred emotions, shedding light on the challenges he faced throughout his career. His journey was far from easy, marked by traumatic experiences. In the wake of his death, Katt Williams has come forward, sharing Bernie's thoughts on the industry's corrupt comedians. Throughout his lifetime, Bernie Mac wasn't just a celebrated comedian and actor, he was also a committed father and husband. In the wake of his departure, he left behind a legacy defined by a unique comedic authenticity, setting him apart from his peers.
He is one of the original stars of HBO's Def Jam. He has a recurring role on the hit sitcom.
Born as Bernard Jeffrey McCullough on October 5, 1957, in Chicago, Illinois, Bernie Mac was the son of Mary McCullough and Jeffrey Harrison. Growing up in a sizable family on Chicago's South Side, he was primarily raised by his single mother. Bernie Mac's talent for performance and comedy emerged early, with his first stand-up routine at the age of 8 during a church congregation dinner. There, he humorously impersonated his grandparents, particularly his grandfather, who served as a deacon at a local Baptist church.
Open the door, he walks up, asks a question.
Tragically, at the tender age of 16, Bernie Mac faced the devastating loss of his mother to cancer. Shortly after, he also experienced the passing of his older brother, estranged father, and grandmother. Reflecting on his challenging upbringing, Mac expressed, "I came from a place where there wasn't a lot of joy. I decided to try to make other people laugh when there wasn't a lot of things to laugh about," according to 19 News. Despite grappling with various odd jobs to make ends meet, Bernie Mac remained wholeheartedly dedicated to his passion for comedy. He showcased his humor in the Chicago subway, entertaining passersby in exchange for spare change. His undeniable talent for inducing laughter eventually led him to establish his own variety show at the Regal Theater, a testament to his growing comedic prowess.
No, man, the kid bad. See, 'cause back in the day, Big Mama was that old with that old flower dress on.
In 1977, Bernie Mac's comedy career experienced a significant breakthrough when he became a part of the comedy club circuit. This pivotal year also marked his marriage to his high school sweetheart, Rhonda, with whom he remained wedded until his untimely passing. Their enduring partnership became a cornerstone of his personal life throughout his journey in the world of comedy.
I've been doing this book tour, and it's like interviews.
Dredging up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you keep on living this stuff over and over again, answering the same question.
Bernie Mac's foray into acting saw him landing minor roles in various films, such as 1992's Mo Money and 1995's Friday. However, it was during his brief tenure as the host of the HBO variety show Midnight Mac and his participation alongside comedy heavyweights like Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, and D.L. Hewley in Spike Lee's The Original Kings of Comedy that Bernie Mac's distinctive comedic style came to the forefront. This pivotal moment established him as not only a proficient performer, but also as a formidable comedian in his own right.
Claiming you to know her inner beauty. These guys are with me. This girl is a runaway, been following me all night.
The year 2001 marked a significant turning point in Bernie Mac's career. During that remarkable year, Fox debuted The Bernie Mac Show, a series that would go on to receive numerous Emmy and Golden Globe nominations, as well as a prestigious Peabody Award. Simultaneously, Mac took on a prominent role in Steven Soderbergh's renowned film Ocean's 11, sharing the screen with Hollywood giants such as George Clooney and Brad Pitt. This dual achievement catapulted him to a new level of recognition and acclaim in both the television and film realms.
I don't mean to toot my own horn, America, but Bernie Mac's genius. He got a to-do list.
Following his breakthroughs, Bernie Mac became a fixture in a multitude of high-profile productions. In 2003, he graced the screen in Charlie's Angels Full Throttle and shared the spotlight with Billy Bob Thornton in Bad Santa, while also starring alongside Chris Rock in Head of State. His illustrious career was further punctuated by notable roles in the subsequent Ocean's sequels, Transformers, Madagascar, Escape to Africa, and Soul Men. Bernie Mac's consistent presence in these major projects solidified his status as a respected and accomplished actor in the entertainment industry.
Well, I understand. And there are some great-looking vans you got out there.
Yes, sir. Top of the line.
Yeah.
In a tragic turn of events, Bernie Mac's promising career came to an abrupt end in 2008 when he fell victim to pneumonia, further complicated by his enduring struggle with sarcoidosis. Diagnosed with sarcoidosis in 1983, just as his career was gaining momentum, Bernie Mac faced the challenges of this condition, which had also played a role in the passing of Football Hall of Famer Reggie White in 2004. While pneumonia was officially cited as the cause of Bernie Mac's untimely death, it is likely that sarcoidosis played a substantial contributory role in his declining health.
Bernie had the N-word, which highly affected his immune system.
Rhonda McCullough, Bernie Mac's widow, holds the belief that her husband's untimely passing could have been preventable. In response to this conviction, she has taken legal action by initiating a wrongful death lawsuit in Chicago, specifically targeting one of Bernie Mac's physicians. According to McCullough's legal claim, Dr. Renee M. Earls, a dermatologist responsible for addressing the skin issues associated with Mac's sarcoidosis, is accused of negligence. The lawsuit alleges that Dr. Earls failed to identify signs of medical distress or promptly seek emergency care when Bernie Mac visited his Chicago office on July 17, 2008, a mere 3 weeks before the comedian's tragic demise.
She got up, man, I got up. She got out of bed, I got out of bed, you know.
On that fateful day when Bernie Mac visited Dr. Renee M. Earls' office, he was already grappling with a fever, fatigue, and respiratory difficulties. During the 9 hours Mac spent at the office, he displayed unstable vital signs, including a rapid heart rate and breathing. However, as per the allegations in the lawsuit, Dr. Earls purportedly failed to recognize the severity of the situation. According to the legal claim, Dr. Earls neglected to identify cardiopulmonary instability or acknowledge the abnormal vital signs and signs of impending respiratory failure. Tragically, during this critical period, Dr. Earls did not take immediate action, such as calling 911 or arranging for the actor's transfer to an emergency room.
11, I think.
Yes.
One of the Ocean's movie, and then he was doing that, and he was doing the show, and he had this, and he had that.
As a result, Mac died unnecessarily, the suit claims, and his family has been deprived of his love, companionship, and emotional support. One physician wrote in an affidavit supporting the lawsuit that if Earls had dialed 911, Mac would have received timely medical care and would have survived. That's where the speculations were started, and people believe that Hollywood is directly or indirectly involved in Bernie's death. And to prove this, Katt Williams has come to the front seat. Katt Williams has become a prominent whistleblower, exposing hidden realities beneath the glamorous surface of the Hollywood industry. With unwavering determination, Katt continues to disclose revealing truths that are creating shockwaves throughout the entertainment realm.
And the fact of the matter is, we watched this nigga get murdered right in front of our own face. And the nigga knew it was finna happen. He told us, and we didn't know.
Unfazed by potential backlash and unafraid to address controversial topics that might unsettle some, Katt Williams has candidly confronted issues that seem to have garnered disapproval from certain factions within the industry. Several incidents suggest that Hollywood may be making efforts to distance itself from Katt, likely in response to his resolute and unyielding stance on these matters.
Why? Because you know ain't nobody gonna sleep with him. You only got Tiffany Haddish. She been doing comedy since she was 16.
Katt's revelation about his former idol may come as a surprise to some, but the subsequent disclosure is even more startling. He claims that Steve Harvey, a beloved figure for many, has allegedly entered into a pact involving his soul with Hollywood.
I think Steve Harvey's some stand-up ass man. No, he kissed that old girl who owned TV One. He used to kiss her ass That's how he had the radio.
Certainly, Katt Williams is widely acknowledged as one of the most humorous comics of his generation, celebrated for his unfiltered wit and dynamic performances in successful stand-up specials. Despite his talent and recognition among Hollywood's comedy elite, Williams has not achieved the same level of mainstream exposure as some of his peers. At times, Williams has expressed a sense of hopelessness, even announcing, "I'm just going to go ahead and announce my retirement from stand-up. I'm kind of done. I've already discussed it with my kids. I wasn't really going to do it on a Seattle street. I was going to Los Angeles and do it in the offices of ICM or Live Nation." Persistent rumors have circulated, indicating that Williams had been blacklisted from the industry, raising questions about why he hadn't attained the same level of success as figures like Steve Harvey. It's noteworthy that Williams and Harvey have maintained a strained relationship for over a decade, suggesting a substantial reason behind their ongoing discord.
Well, you know, to be honest with you, Frankie, I didn't know nothing about this concept. When the promoter told me about it in October, I shot it down, because that ain't how I've ever promoted a show.
To trace the origins of their feud, we need to go back to December 2008 when Katt Williams openly criticized Steve Harvey before a Christmas season show. This incident marked the beginning of their conflict, which has persisted for over a decade. It's essential to acknowledge that both Katt Williams and Steve Harvey have had disagreements with other comedians, and this specific instance was no exception. Even one internet user wrote, "I haven't liked Steve Harvey anyway, so this just confirms my feelings. I do trust Katt, though. He delivers messages with such wisdom, and I just feel in my gut, he's the real deal. He's definitely one of my favorites." Another one added, "Katt is solid at battle comedy. Steve is household, but household doesn't usually mean funny. Household means you're big and funny enough for them to take a bet on you. You won't venture too far off the plantation with your act, and your stature makes you hard to argue against even if you are wrong. Katt is like an Italian sports car. His humor is fast and maneuverable. He's like Ali, he hits and move. Given a choice, I'd rather fight with Steve more than Katt." The roots of their conflict originated from a public challenge initiated by Katt Williams. He confidently declared his ability to outshine Steve Harvey and seize the throne of comedy during an upcoming New Year's Eve event where both comedians were set to perform. This challenge laid the groundwork for the ongoing feud between the two.
I was on the Steve Harvey show, and Steve Harvey, who is going to call in at 5:45 and get the record straight.
Allegedly, Jamie Foxx found himself drawn into the fray as well. During his tenure as a radio host, Fox played a clip of Katt Williams disparaging Steve Harvey, potentially escalating the tension between the two comedians. With an upcoming joint comedy performance on the horizon, Williams preemptively apologized, hinting at a shift in the comedy hierarchy. He remarked, "I want to apologize for what's going to happen, but the second that you get on stage, I need you to understand that that's your final time as the king of comedy. Water seeks its own level. You can't stop it, Playboy. It is what it is, so I hope you're ready. I hope you got a team of writers. You're going to need about 6 or 7 of them." In reaction to the aired clip, Steve Harvey phoned in to the radio show, expressing his perplexity at the entire situation. Jamie Foxx's involvement injected an additional dimension into the ongoing feud between Katt Williams and Steve Harvey.
You know, I've always been on tour with some real monsters, man. I toured with the Kings. You know, I've been on stage with Sid, DL, and Bernie Mac at the same time.
And people have formed a belief that when Jamie was hospitalized, it was due to this reason. The internet went abuzz with speculation and controversy ever since Jamie Foxx was admitted to the hospital due to an unconfirmed medical emergency. Numerous social media platforms are flooded with theories and conjectures, but one particular theory has gained significant attention. Some people believe that Jamie Foxx's illness may not have resulted from natural medical causes, but rather a deliberate attempt on his life. Furthermore, Dave Chappelle had also reportedly come forward to disclose the alleged reasons why certain members of the elite may have wanted to eliminate Jamie Foxx.
And when he talked about the drugs, the mental drugs, I've had an episode of that. Really? So when he was talking about, I went in for 2 pills and the 7 pills, that's real.
Earlier this month, TMZ reported a concerning incident involving Jamie Foxx. He was rushed to the hospital due to a severe medical emergency, and the situation was grave enough to prompt his family members to travel to Atlanta, where he was in the midst of filming his upcoming movie Back in Action, alongside Cameron Diaz.
So Jamie Foxx suffered a very serious medical emergency that landed him in the hospital.
There are recent claims circulating that police have allegedly visited Jamie Foxx at a hospital, where he revealed concerns that someone is actively trying to harm him. Following these startling remarks, fans were left in shock and horror. A Twitter user expressed disbelief, stating, "Jamie Foxx told the cops somebody is trying to K him. I'm telling you, Maine, it's like they have a timer of these celebs' lives. I believe him." It seems that certain individuals are making alarming assertions about Jamie Foxx's health, suggesting a conspiracy involving influential figures. Jamie Foxx, who transitioned from comedy to acting, has been vocal about his concerns regarding the entertainment industry, particularly alleging its involvement in practices he perceives as satanic. It's important to note that this isn't the first time such accusations have been made, with some referring to the industry as a monster that exerts continuous pressure and can be ruthless towards those who resist or refuse to comply with perceived demands or orders.
I believe that they gave me a raw deal because this industry is a monster.
In a recent interview, Dave Chappelle reportedly offered candid insights into his life, career, and perspectives on Hollywood and its prominent figures. During the discussion, Chappelle touched upon Martin Lawrence, who interestingly had experienced a stroke, echoing recent speculations surrounding Jamie Foxx's health. Dave humorously recounted an interaction with Martin Lawrence, where he inquired about the stroke, presumably prompting a memorable response that provided insight into the situation.
I told him, I was like, "Oh my God, Martin, are you okay?" And he said, "I got the best sleep I ever got in my life."
Talking about Katt and Steve on the highly anticipated night of the event, Katt Williams took center stage without reservation, launching verbal jabs at Steve Harvey's comedy standing while lightheartedly teasing his wardrobe and hairstyle. Addressing the audience, Williams likely served up pointed and witty remarks about Harvey throughout his performance, declaring, "Please give it up for Steve Harvey. He's one of the best we've ever had. But he don't want no parts of this in no shape or form. I don't know why he came out here with all this money y'all spent on these expletive tickets and talked about a lady in the audience for 15 minutes, but won't talk about me the way I getting ready to talk about his expletive-made expletive." Katt Williams' journey to fame and fortune wasn't handed to him on a silver platter. He meticulously constructed his comedic empire from the ground up, starting in Avondale, Cincinnati. From the vibrant streets of Oklahoma to the lively stages of Oakland, Katt fearlessly delivered his stand-up routines in various venues across the country. His distinctive style was honed through relentless hard work and unwavering dedication.
And act like ain't shit happened. You in the middle of a goddamn meeting. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the movie with you, and then we're gonna go back.
Turning our attention to Steve Harvey, he is widely acknowledged as a committed family man who places a high value on his loved ones. Nonetheless, Katt Williams reportedly asserts that Harvey is nothing more than a fraud, hiding his authentic self behind a meticulously crafted facade for an extended period. According to Katt, opinions about Steve's comedic abilities vary significantly depending on the source, introducing complexity into their relationship dynamics and shaping the public perception of Harvey's image.
You have been the king of comedy as long as we've had one. Matter of fact, the whole phrase, king of comedy, can be attributed that you get off.
Indeed, Katt Williams has not only solidified his reputation for comedic prowess, but has also emerged as a notable whistleblower within Hollywood. His outspoken nature extends to addressing various issues and controversies within the entertainment industry, bringing attention to matters that are often kept silent or overlooked.
A nigga on drug ATL, the nigga at least excuse himself, go to the bathroom or some shit.
According to Katt Williams, Steve Harvey's public reputation may not be universally positive. Depending on who you talk to, Harvey is either celebrated as one of the funniest individuals on the planet or seen as a celebrity with a less than stellar reputation. Williams has asserted that Harvey has undisclosed aspects in his past, including rumors of mistreatment towards his staff. Persistent rumors have circulated about the renowned comedian and talk show host not treating his staff well. Additionally, after his talk show relocated to Los Angeles, Harvey allegedly issued a controversial memo to his new staff, outlining demands typically associated with tour writers. These allegations have added to the existing tension between the two comedians.
And I could not find a way to walk from the stage to my dressing room, to sit in my makeup chair, to walk from my dressing room to the stage.
In the leaked memo, Steve Harvey wrote, "My security team will stop everyone from standing at my door who has the intent to see or speak to me. I want all the ambushing to stop now. That includes TV staff. You must schedule an appointment. I have been taken advantage of by my lenient policy in the past. This ends now. No more. Do not approach me while I'm in the makeup chair unless I ask to speak with you directly. Either knock or use the doorbell. Steve Harvey defended himself by stating that the controversial memo was an attempt to secure more free time during his day. He explained that the memo was sent to address what he perceived as a too lenient open-door policy during his show's run in Chicago. Harvey reiterated this defense a few days later while discussing the leaked letter with Entertainment Tonight. "Look, man, I'm in my makeup chair. They walk in the room. I'm having lunch. They walk in. They don't knock," he continued. "I'm in the hallway. I'm getting ambushed by people with friends that come to the show and having me sign this and do this. I just said, wait a minute. And in hindsight, I probably should have handled it a little bit differently." Katt Williams appears to have substantial grounds for his grievances against Steve Harvey. In November 2015, the author of Think Like a Man faced a lawsuit for allegedly backing out of plans to lease a private jet after over $400,000 worth of renovations had been initiated, reportedly at Harvey's request. These enhancements included custom carpet, reconfiguration of the interior cabin from 16 seats to 14 seats, custom seat design, and new upper and lower cabin sidewalls, according to TMZ reports.
According to a private jet company, he did not pay the bill.
This is a fabulous story.
After they customized the hell out of the thing for him.
Katt Williams also claimed that Steve Harvey, known for his role as a high school music teacher on 1996's The Steve Harvey Show, lifted the premise of his show from comedian Mark Curry. Curry starred as teacher Mark Cooper on the sitcom Hangin' with Mr. Cooper, which debuted in 1992. The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had, Williams said. Now Steve got a sitcom where he's the principal and he wears a suit. Williams also criticized Harvey's acting abilities, challenging Harvey's claim that he didn't want to pursue a film career. "You couldn't be a movie star," Williams said. "There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asked for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You have to have range." In a critical stance on fellow comics Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, and Ricky Smiley during an appearance on the Club Shay Shay podcast, Williams aimed to address what he considered as untruths spread about him by lowbrow comedians on the show. He characterized Cedric, Harvey, and Smiley as a gang, stating, "For 30 years, they're a group. These aren't three random guys. All of these dudes are co-entwined, and they share secrets, and this is the age of truth." Williams accused Cedric the Entertainer of stealing a joke from his comedy set in the late 90s, a joke he also performed on the BET program Comic View. In describing the situation, Williams stated, "This is not just a random joke. This is my very best joke, and it's my last joke, and it's my closing joke. In 1998, I'm doing this joke. It's on Comic View. Cedric comes to the Comedy Store. He watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me what a great job I did and how much he loves the joke. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the original Kings of Comedy, and he's doing it verbatim." Initially, Williams had given Cedric a pass for using the joke, but his stance changed when Cedric denied taking from Williams' material. Williams remarked, "He thought that I was just a no-name comedian and that he could take this joke and nobody would know." Cedric the Entertainer responded to Williams in the comments section of an Instagram post featuring a clip from the Club Shay Shay podcast, dismissing Williams' allegation as revisionist history. "Regardless of whatever Katt's opinion, my career can't be reduced to one joke Katt Williams claims is his," Cedric wrote Wednesday. "I've been in over 40 movies. My specials and brand speak volumes for I am the people I have put on, including Katt in the Hat at the Gibson Amphitheater." Certainly, Katt, renowned for his fearless approach, openly revealed that he was privy to the genuine story of Bernie Mac. He did not hesitate to expose what he claimed to be the closely guarded secret within the entertainment industry regarding this matter.
And I know that the people that made money off Bernie Mac didn't like him. They hated his guts.
Katt Williams took a direct approach to addressing issues within the industry, particularly regarding his industry peer Jamie Foxx. Recently, the comedian made pointed comments about Foxx, implying that Foxx may have compromised his integrity in pursuit of an award. However, this is just a part of Williams' critique of the actor. Approximately a decade ago, during a performance in Los Angeles, Katt Williams openly discussed a rumor regarding Jamie Foxx's S-orientation, boldly stating, "Who's gay? Jamie Foxx." Williams went on to mention a specific name, claiming, "I can even tell you the name of the dude he F. His name is Marcus Anthony. He's the only dude signed to Jamie Foxx's label. The comedian didn't stop there and continued to express negative sentiments about Fox, using strong language and saying, "Forget Jamie Foxx and the money he got from Django Unchained." He added, "They gave me the script and I said, any guy who does this should die." And the next thing I knew, Jamie Foxx was getting ready for the movie. Williams then leveled further accusations against Fox, suggesting that Fox made significant sacrifices to secure an Oscar. Williams seemed to believe that Fox's journey to success was marked by numerous challenging moments, leading him to speculate that Fox may have indeed sacrificed something significant along the way. Many fellow artists supported Katt's idea, but one was particularly supportive. Ed Lover appears to have corroborated Katt Williams' assertions regarding Steve Harvey and his challenges with Bernie Mac. The renowned DJ released a fresh episode of his Simon Son podcast, providing support for Williams' narrative as shared on the recent episode of the Club Shay Shay podcast. Williams goes on to say that he was supposed to be one of the kings of comedy, that they approached him after Bernie passed, he shared in the episode. But he didn't want to go on the Kings of Comedy tour because of Steve Harvey's treatment of Bernie Mac. He has a lot of respect for Bernie Mac. Ed Lover, explaining his friendship with Bernie Mac until his passing, continued, "The stuff that Katt Williams said about Steve Harvey calling to try to get Bernie's role on Ocean's 11 and that kind of stuff, Bernie told me out of his own mouth. I believe Bernie Mac when he said Steve Harvey hated on him," he concluded. So Ed Lover's statements prove that what Katt was saying about Steve and other Hollywood kings was right. There also have been reports indicating that Bernie was actively seeking to bring to light purported unethical activities within Hollywood. Emerging revelations hint at the possibility that Mac may have been deliberately sidelined by influential figures in the entertainment industry. It wasn't just his resistance to adhering to the prevailing do anything for fame and fortune mindset that made him a target. Instead, it was his outspoken criticism of a questionable agenda promoted by some of his industry colleagues. Mac Miller's readiness to critique and oppose this agenda may have left him in a vulnerable position within the industry.
So nevertheless, Bernie Mac was introduced to the Clone Lab. They take you there. They took him there. They let him see the fights.
It appears that way, as after gaining a deeper understanding of the inner workings of the industry, Mac chose to utilize his comedy as a platform to narrate the experiences of a solitary black man in Hollywood. His comedy began to address significant issues, such as racism and the troubling stereotypes and portrayals of black individuals within the industry. It suggests that he was committed to using his talent and platform to shed light on these critical matters, even if it meant challenging the status quo. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.